Bugs Research Logs, entry number 2, January 10th, 2013, 7:23 p.m. Hello, researcher Casey Kantowicz here. I've been working overtime researching these fascinating bugs the past 4 days, and I must say, my findings are almost as fascinating as these creatures themselves. These are an invasive and unique species of bug, separate to any other bug I've seen before. They are not quite like any other category of bugs. The closest existing classification would be beetles, hence the name given initially. Visually, their exterior is very similar to a beetle, but dissecting it and looking inside, it more closely resembles the anatomy and bodily function to a bullet ant, yet it behaves and feeds more like a ringworm. The liquid it excretes seems to be a mixture of its saliva and urine. It contains small traces of marijuana and a paralyzing agent typically found in jellyfish. The marijuana found in this liquid is augmented in a weird way never observed before, almost removing the long-term effects, limiting the potency of the substance to its calming and cognitive effects of the lowest degree. I will call this liquid the bug's toxin. For the later parts of this log, the process this bug uses to feed goes as follows. The bug finds its way onto its victim and hangs on, waiting for the creature to fall asleep. Once its victim is sound asleep, it climbs in through the throat and travels down the trachea, planting itself to the base of the trachea in the intersection connecting the lungs. Here it sits comfortably and feasts on the blood traveling through the lungs, breathing the air that the animal is breathing. It sits here feasting and excreting its toxin, keeping the animal unaware and almost blissful compared to its normal state, until eventually the animal is fully paralyzed and dies. The bug then lays eggs in the carcass of its now dead victim, and as the new bugs hatch, they feast on their parent, still stuck in the trachea, until they are large enough to make their way out of the carcass, looking for their next victims. This is the behavior observed with the sheep-like species they were found with. I have asked the higher-ups for clearance to experiment with different animals, more specifically with the toxin it excretes. I am still awaiting approval.